Good morning, brothers and sisters. I welcome you to our daily devotion insight. And this morning, I would like to share a devotion that I entitled it as Stones of Judgment. I will read from the book of John, chapter 8, verse 2 to 9. From the Message Bible, it goes like this. It's a long chapter. Okay, verse 2, it goes like this. At dawn, he went to the temple complex again, and all the people were coming to him. He sat down and began to teach them. Then the scribes and the Pharisees brought a woman caught in adultery, making her stand in the center. Teacher, they said to him, this woman was caught in the act of committing adultery. In the law of Moses commanded us to stone such woman. So what do you say? They asked this to trap him, in order that they may have the evidence to accuse him. Jesus stooped down and started writing on the ground with his finger. When they persisted in questioning him, he stood up and said to them, the one without sin among you should be the first to throw a stone at her. Then he stooped down again, continued writing on the ground. When they heard this, they left one by one, starting with the older man. Only he was left with the woman in the center. Okay, I will continue on our next devotion, but today we just stop here. So what's the background of this story? So Jesus was at the temple. He was teaching there. There was a crowd in the temple. And then the scribes and the Pharisees saw this opportunity. Now got a lot of people, right? Got a lot of witnesses. So they purposely brought a woman caught in adultery to Jesus in pretext of asking what should be done to her. Okay, remember, these guys are the Pharisees and the scribes, teachers of the law. Scribes are the people who actually write the laws, right? Copy down the scriptures. They know the law very well. And they asked Jesus, according to the law of Moses, according to the Torah, okay, this woman was caught in adultery. She should be stoned to death. Now, what do you say? And they asked this with the intention to catch Jesus. If Jesus said that, no, we don't stone her, then they say, see, Jesus, you are going against the teaching of the Torah. Okay? You came here to say that you are here to uphold the law, but you didn't. But if Jesus said that stone her, now then, Jesus, you also caught you, because why you say Jesus is love, God is love, and yada yada yada. You see, Jesus knew the intention of their heart, but yet in all his wisdom, he said this: those who are without sin, cast the first stone. So, what is Jesus is trying to teach us today, or teach them indirectly? Jesus is teaching them there is no such thing as a big sin or small sin. There is no such thing as the sin of adultery or sin of white lie. Sin is sin. And should adultery sin is to be condemned with stoning of death, then should be other sin. Because why? God is a holy God. And that's what Jesus is teaching them. And you know what? One by one, start to leave the place. Because why? Everyone sinned, isn't it? None of us are sinless. When we were born in this world, we were cursed by the curse of death, that is sin. Right? And yet, every day, we cast the stone of judgment, directly and indirectly, knowingly or not, without knowingly. Right? Where do we cast stones of judgment? On the internet, on Facebook comment. This person like that, she dressed like that, such a slut, or this person should not talk like that, he raswa, this person drive like that, we cast stone of judgment. Don't know father never teach them cast a stone of judgment. We knowingly and unknowingly, because cast this stone of cast stone of judge, stone them. This person to deserve to die. This person to deserve to go to jail. But before we cast a stone of judgment, take a step back, and perhaps casting that stone of judgment, why don't we cast it a stone of prayer? We cast a prayer to them. Maybe, Lord, this person just cut the queue in front of me. Lord, help me, or help the person. Maybe he's in a hurry to somewhere. Maybe he's in a hurry to go his first job interview after being jobless for so long. Lord, I pray for him. Or maybe there's person, oh, that person, wow, dressed like, wow, menjolok mata, my eye also got bleed. But Lord, help me so that I don't see, I don't tell me sin. But also I pray for that person. Maybe nobody guide her how to dress properly. Lord, pray, send someone to help her to dress properly. We cast a prayer. In this way, we will learn to be kind of others, okay, and compassionate to their needs. And this way, we will also, Lord, we also be like Jesus. We are compassionate towards others. We will not cast the first stone, but we cast a prayer. So this morning, would you learn to pray for your neighbor? Would you learn to pray for someone on the road, people you see, instead of the first judgment, because he has a certain color that we have a preconception, but we say, Lord, help me overcome this habit of casting stone. Help me develop a habit of praying for them. Amen.